Hello, I'm Matt Kreitz. I'm with Jakesville Farm, and we're here at Jakesville. I'm going to be doing a baby back rib cook today on my Shirley Fabrication 24x60 straight back elevated custom smoker made in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Today I'm just going to try to show you how I prep some baby back ribs. I'm doing a brand new recipe that I got off of allthingsbbq.com. It's for their Dr. Pepper baby back ribs. My oldest daughter loves my ribs. She loves Dr. Pepper. I saw this recipe and I thought I got to try it. Along with it tonight, we're also going to try another recipe from All Things BBQ. Their molten lava cast iron chocolate cake. That sounds delicious. So what I'm doing today, I'll show you how I've got my pit set up. I'll show you how I prep my ribs. I'm drafting all the way through right now. I got to get the temp of my warmer up to about 350, but of course I'm doing the ribs of 3-2-1 method, so they'll go on first. Obviously they'll be cooking, and as we get later in, I'll show you how I prep everything else. Stay tuned. Alright, so I'm back. Here we go. So this is just I got a couple of racks of baby backs that I just picked up at the store. First thing I like to do is we like to find some meaty ribs, and these are really meaty. You can see right there. So I washed them in water, just rinsed them off out of the cryo pack. First thing I'm going to do is trim up all of this stuff, because you know that's just going to burn up and you don't want that. And I'm not cooking competition style today. I am cooking for my family, so we're going to do fall off the bone. You want to trim all this off. So there's that. You can see I'm down here on the big end. I have a left hand and right hand rib today. Take that off. There's a little bone right there. See that? So you want to check your ribs. That's just a little bone. You don't want anybody eating that. You don't want it even falling off into your cooker. So pull that off. And on the tops, I don't do much. I want all that fat right here. I want it all. So there's the first rack with that trim done. And then you always want to take off the silver skin. It's right here. You can see there's a little cut on it right here from the butchering process. But to get this off, there's a couple methods, but the easiest is to use a piece of paper towel, and normally a butter knife will work the best, but since I already have this nice little hole right here, I'm going to stick my knife under it. You can see how tough that is. I'm going to pull up on that and get it started. And once I get that started, I can get my paper towel in there and get a hold of it. Get a grip on it. And I didn't get a clean rip. That's alright. We'll go back in at it. Because I've got it started. It's much easier now. You want to take this off because it doesn't cook at all. You can see how tough it is. It just leaves a waxy, crappy thing on the bottom side of your ribs. It's not very pleasing. And if your paper towel gets used up, grab another piece. And there we go. This rack is ready to be seasoned. Open that all up. That's all fat that'll render out. That's good. Now we can get seasoning into this meat, under here, into these bones. That rack looks nice already. Some people trim some of this out. I'm not going to today because, like I said, we're cooking for my family. Now I will trim this off because that's just going to burn up, and I don't want that. So that's that rack done. Start number 2. And I'm just going to start here. Take that off. This one's really bad. Boy, they look good in the package. They sure looked good in the package. Alright, there's that. If you can't get everything, that's okay. Just work at it. So it's a little thin right here, but that's okay. That's another good looking piece of rib. Alright, let's get this silver skin off. Let's see if I can do it a little better this time. See if I can start at the... It's already pulled off here. Use the back of my knife. Everybody has their own way of doing things. This is just how I do it. Pop it up. There we go. Get another piece of paper towel. Fold it over a couple times. You don't want it just thin. You want a couple of layers so that when you grab and pull, you got something to grab and pull with. And they're pliable. You can pick them up and bend them. See, that just tore. That's all right though. I got a daggum yellow jacket around. Don't get a yellow jacket confused with a honeybee. Honeybees are good. Yellow jackets are a pain. It's fall, you know, they're out. There we go. I might be able to get this one better now. Nope. There we go. Now they're done. All right, so they're ready to go. I'm gonna put them back in my little pan over here. It's gonna get bright. I'm gonna start on the back side. I want to season that first. I'm gonna re-glove so I can get my stuff out. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. I'm gonna keep a dry hand and a wet hand. So one that's gonna be in the rib, and one that's gonna have this. First thing I'm gonna start with, wife picked this up, is some honey mustard. That's part of the recipe, is to use honey mustard. So this is the style we got. I'm just gonna put a little on. Try. This is just gonna be a binder on the back first. Rub that all in. We want all the rubs to stick. You can use olive oil, you can use peanut oil, you can use mustard. We're using this honey mustard. That's what the recipe calls for. And that's enough right there. So the first thing I'm coming in with is a little bit of chipotle powder right on the back side. You want this right next to the bones on the bottom, because as Chef Tom said, as soon as your tongue hits this, that's the first thing you taste. I'm going up high. Got some wind going on here. I want to get a good color on it. Right there, that's about what I'm looking for. And I'm not going to use this on the whole rib, just the back. I want the back and that first initial flavor to be this. Then we're going to come in with some old number 7 Jack Daniels. Never used it. We like their mustard. We were going to use the mustard and their barbecue sauce, but couldn't find it. So this is going to, man, that looks good. This is going to give it the nice color. Get your edges. Hold up, get that edge. There we go. Oh man, this stuff smells good. So we just want a light coat. We'll let that set for just a second. It's already starting to sweat. All right. Flip. Come in with the honey mustard again. Get just a little bit. Not going to take much. There we go. Make sure you get it all coated around. Looks good. All right. Okay, so I'm not going to use the chipotle on this. I'm just going to use the Jack Daniels. I want to get a good coat on here. It's got a little salt, paprika, some sugars. Get this edge. This in. All right, and there's the base. We're gonna let that set for about 10 minutes. We're gonna let the ribs sweat. And what that means is you can already start to see it right here. You'll see it glisten. That's sucking the moisture out. That rub's gonna get in there and get all good and happy. So we'll be back when we get ready to throw these on the smoker. I'm gonna cook them anywhere between 250 and 275 today for about 6 hours. So be right back when we're ready to do that. All right, see how these look now? They're all sweat. They got all that moisture on top of them. These are ready to go on the smoker. All right, so we're gonna open up Jakealoosa. I'm gonna cook these on the middle rack today. It runs just a little cooler since I'm trying to get my warmer up. I love these pull-out shelves. There's one rack in. And there's the second rack in. Put these bad boys to bed. Pit temp's gonna stay 250, 275. I'll check on them in about 3 hours to see what the color looks like before I wrap. And then I'm gonna wrap them and do the Dr. Pepper stuff. Thanks. All right, we're ready to get started on our, getting ready to wrap the ribs. We're doing our braising liquid, so here's the Dr. Pepper. And we're just gonna use a cup of it, because I only got 2 racks of ribs. All right, and into that we're going to add some of our honey mustard again, right here. A couple tablespoons. That's probably good enough right there. And I'm just going to give this a good whisk. Make sure that the mustard is all incorporated in there. There we go. And then when I get the ribs out, I'm going to put half in one rack, half in the other rack. And when we do that, I'll show you. So, going to get the ribs. Show you what kind of color I got on them. Ooh, doggies. So we got the nice fat pooling up there. Looks really, really good. Looks really good. Got some bark going down here. Got some bark over there. It's the nice red mahogany color I want. These are good. I'm gonna grab me a slab. Then I'll be wrapping. All right. Son of a biscuit. All right, there's slab number one. I'm gonna double wrap, which means I might have to get another piece of foil for this other one. That's all right. That's how you do outside. Pull this up. Pull this one up. And you can see the meat's starting to pull from these bones. They got a nice bend to them. Trying to make a little boat here. Put half of this sauce in. I'm cooking meat side down. That's good. So I'm just going to gather the middle. Pull that end up a little bit. Gather the middle, just like this. Roll it down, good and tight. Fold this end over. Fold this end over good and tight. And that one's ready to go back on. A piece of foil here. Leave that sit there so it don't blow away. This second rack of ribs. Oh man. Just look at this. All that fat's starting to go. Render. Look at the back of those. That's just... Oh man. You can smell them. Pour the rest of that in. Roll it down. Nice and tight. Pull that end up nice and tight. Pull that end up nice and tight. And there we go. These are ready to go back on the smoker. Okay, we're going to start the glaze, and for that we're going to use Dr. Pepper. And we bought some Stubbs Hickory Bourbon to mix in with it. First I got to get a fire going. Get my pan hot. So what we're going to do is we're going to cook down the Dr. Pepper. So 1 cup of Dr. Pepper. And here's a cup. And we got a little bit left. So there we go. Okay, so it's reducing down now. You can see it's starting to become a syrup. So I'm going to reduce the heat. See how it's just pulling away and it's now a nice syrup? Alright. pull that off the heat for a second. I'm gonna mix in 2 cups of the stubs. Oh man, that's good. Actually, I'm only gonna do 1 cup. That's all I need. I'm just glazing my ribs. So we're gonna check the ribs. I'm gonna do a bend test. They've been on for a little over 5 hours. Pull this tray out. Oh, look at that. Look at that. They're ready to come out. They're nice and soft. This one's, no, that one's ready too. So all I'm gonna do, take these bad boys out. I'm gonna open it up. Keep some of that heat in. Come on and get a look at these. Woo! Look at how that meat has pulled from them bones. They're ready. They're fall off of the bone now. Oh my gosh, that smell. Can you smell that? Mm-hmm. That smells so good. Get this rack open. Oh, it's really juicy. That's a good sign. All that au jus, all that stuff is all that stuff I put in it, and all of the pork fat from these ribs. It still smells like pork. Oh yeah. So all I'm doing is I'm gonna put them back on for just a little bit to dry them just a hair if I don't break them. They are a heavy, heavy, heavy. Oh man. Look at that. Look at that. I'm gonna dry them just a hair. Set that bark and that flavor, and then I'm gonna come back with our rub we just made, or the sauce we just made, and glaze them. Goodness gracious. Doesn't get any better than that. We like them fall off the bone, and that's what these are going to be. All right, so they've set up. They've been in like 10 minutes. That all dried out, good bark. So now I'm just going to glaze them. I added some more straight Dr. Pepper and some brown sugar. The bourbon rub was a little hot, had a little kick. I wanted to sweeten it up some, so I'm just applying some glaze to this. It'll tack up. I want to get it even. Man, look at those ribs. I want them to be pretty. I don't want my sauce work to be gloppy, so these are big old thick ribs too. Hot. That was hot. Get all the edges. That's a good looking rib. What do you think, dear?
Looks good.
And by the way, these are over, and that's fine. That's how we like them. They're not burnt. They're not overdone. They're just not competition ribs. These are fall off of the bone. Goodness, Dr. Pepper ribs. Dinner is gonna be good tonight. I wish we could invent smell-o-vision. And there we go. Let those sit for a little bit. Might apply another coat. Maybe not. I'm gonna shut her up. That'll tack up. And I'll show you the finished product when we're done.